Hello everyone and welcome to Black Beanie Gaming. My name is Murphy and I'm back today with another Minecraft Creative Skyscraper tutorial. A tutorial for any player on any device to build skyscrapers without mods, commands, or programs. Just a few hours free time. Today, we're going to build one of the most distinctive skyscrapers in the world, and world's tallest building from 2004 to 2010, Taipei 101. Formerly known as the Taipei World Financial Center, this postmodernist building began construction in 1999 and cost an estimated $58 billion US dollars to complete. It stands at a height of 1,671 feet, consisting of 101 floors, hence the name. It isn't just good looks though, as it's designed to withstand raging typhoons and violent tremors from a nearby fault line. As for making it in Minecraft, we don't have to worry about fault lines or bad weather, but we'll certainly have our work cut out for us. Taipei 101 will be a difficult build, not due to the work required necessarily, but simply because of the various structural nuances required to keep our building true to life. As I've said in previous videos, our ultimate goal isn't photorealism, but more to have our Minecraft model be an unmistakable match to the real building, one we can illuminate and travel inside of through individual floors and staircases. Now let's take a closer look at Taipei 101. The building's footprint is massive, as its base consists of a large structure built around the bottom of the tower, the roof of which is home to a large tiered structure with a glass hallway and a terrace. The tower itself has a large trapezoidal base between a third and fourth of the overall height, which rises up to a dark band at its center, adorned with large circular pieces at its midpoint on each face of the building. Atop that are 8 inverted, smaller trapezoidal segments, each of equal height, with curved accents along their tops. The edges don't meet to create a right angle either, instead appearing indented. These rise up to the enormous spire, which at first is another upended trapezoid, before tapering upward into a fine, almost serrated tip. We'll have to tackle each of these segments in greater detail than we've done in the past. Rather than building the entirety of the exterior before constructing the interior, we're going to fully complete each section as we go along. Those individual sections are as follows. Getting ready. Here we'll go over some basics for building Taipei 101, a lengthy list of the pieces we'll need to build it, and some of the techniques I use to get it done. The base part 1. Here, we'll lay the foundation of our building, then construct the lower portions of the base. This includes entrances and much of the lower facade of the building. The base part 2. In this section, we'll focus on the outer, upper portions of the base. This includes the intricate roof of the L-shaped structure and the full base of the tower proper. The base part 3. Once the shell of the base is complete, we'll head inside to create a network of columns, torches, floors, and stairways. The tower. After we complete the base, we move on to the 8 upended trapezoidal sections of the tower. We'll also add floors, stairs, and lights. The spire. Unlike our other buildings, the spire here will have individual floors and a top-level observation deck. Alrighty, with that out of the way, let's get started. Let's go over some space requirements. As our Taipei 101 here will be about 150 blocks tall, our foundation will be a perfect square of 49 by 49 spaces, so unless you have a sizable chunk of real estate in the city you're currently building, I'd stick to a super flat world. Now, as far as technique goes, this will be a difficult build to explain, so I'm going to rely heavily on top-down perspectives from a fixed point of view to better illustrate the directions. Most of the building's facade will be made of glass blocks, so interior lighting is very important to achieve that traditional cross-hatched skyscraper look. As for aesthetics, I'm using the natural texture pack, as its cooler, earthy color palette more closely resembles real life. The bricks you'll need to build Taipei 101 are as follows: smooth quartz blocks, smooth quartz slabs, smooth quartz stairs, pillar quartz blocks, gray concrete blocks, light gray concrete blocks, cyan glass panes, black glass, end stone bricks, end stone brick walls, end rods, torches, beacons, iron doors, and heavy pressure plates. Now, don't worry about remembering all of that. I'll be sure to let you know how to assemble your inventory before each section of the build. Now, it's time to get comfortable, grab a drink, maybe a snack, and get down to business. First things first, we need a foundation for our base. Find your flat plot of land and dig into the ground a 49 space by 49 space square. Now pick whichever corner of the square you'd like your tower to be in. For the sake of this tutorial, we'll assume it's the lower left corner when viewed from above. It doesn't really matter which, just bear in mind the sight lines of the other buildings in your city. Now add to your inventory smooth quartz blocks, smooth quartz slabs, smooth quartz stairs, pillar quartz blocks, gray concrete, cyan glass, black glass, iron doors, and a heavy pressure plate. Go ahead and fill in the entirety of your foundation with smooth quartz blocks, like so. Once finished, head to the lower left corner, equip your cyan glass block, and move diagonally inward by 1 space, like so. Place a single cyan glass block. Moving horizontally, place 8 more glass blocks, then add another line of cyan glass blocks on top of them. You should have a 2 brick tall, 9 brick long row of glass blocks along the bottom of your square, a space inward from the outer edge. Equip your black glass blocks and add another row on top. At the right end of the row, stack 3 smooth quartz blocks just like this. Go over 2 spaces and inward by 1 space, then make another. Go out 1 space, over 2 spaces, and make another. Between the top bricks of the outer 2 smooth quartz columns, place a line of smooth quartz stairs, upside down, so it goes across the middle column like this. On the immediate inside space beside the outer columns, place a heavy pressure plate, and then place a door on either side of the middle column. On the upper half of the topmost bricks facing outward, add a row of smooth quartz slabs. Add another row outward, then another to create a 3x5 flat canopy over the entrance. Continuing horizontally, add another 9 brick long row of cyan glass blocks to the right of the rightmost smooth quartz column. Then, moving vertically, add 6 more glass blocks. Moving horizontally again, add 8 more glass blocks. It should look like this. Add another row of cyan glass blocks on top of this, and add a row of black glass atop of that. Now equip your gray concrete block. At the end of the glass row, place a single gray concrete brick, then add a vertical row of 4 below it. Turning right, continue the row horizontally by an additional 4 bricks to create this L shape. Add another layer of gray concrete on top, then a layer of smooth quartz brick on top, like this. At the end of the row, build a 3 brick tall column of smooth quartz blocks. Move right by 2 spaces, then inward by 1. Create a 3 brick tall column using your pillar quartz blocks. Move right by 2, outward by 1, and make another 3 brick tall smooth quartz column, just like this. Like before, use your smooth quartz stairs to create a row upside down between the top bricks of the outer 2 columns and over the middle column. Place pressure plates on the inside spaces between these outer columns, then an iron door on either side of the pillar brick column in the middle. Now use your smooth quartz blocks to build 2 more 3 brick tall columns, 1 below each of the outer 2 columns. Equip your smooth quartz slabs, make a 3 brick long row along the upturned stairs, then keep adding rows outward until the result is a 3x5 canopy jutting out over the entrance. It'll look like this. Now re-equip your gray concrete block and add a 5 brick long row of bricks from the innermost of the 2 right smooth quartz columns, like so. Moving vertically, place an additional 7 concrete bricks to create this L-shaped row. Add another layer of concrete blocks on top, then add a row of smooth quartz atop that. Moving vertically from the end of your 3 brick tall row, skip a space, then add 2 more gray concrete blocks, skip a space, then add another 2 brick row. Repeat this process until you have 12 2 brick long rows of gray concrete, each with a single space between them. The final couplet of bricks will be 2 diagonal spaces from the corner of our foundation. Add another layer of gray concrete atop each of this, and then a layer of smooth quartz bricks. 1 space outward from each of the 12 empty spaces between our segmented concrete rows, create a 3 brick tall column, 2 cyan glass blocks topped with a smooth quartz block. Once you've finished, it should look like this. Now, return to the original lower left corner brick, and repeat the entire process in the opposite direction. Follow the same directions for building the entrances, same dimensions, and the same instructions for the alternating glass and gray concrete. Once you've finished, the lower portion of your base will be complete and look like this. Now, we're going to start building things up. Head back to the lower left corner, add 6 9 brick long rows, one atop the other, of cyan glass blocks. Equip your smooth quartz blocks and increase the height of the outer 2 entrance columns by 9 bricks. Behind the top 3 bricks of these taller columns, add an additional 3 brick tall column. Fill the space between these new columns with cyan glass blocks. Then, place another smooth quartz block atop these new columns, and connect them with 3 more bricks. Then create a single 5 brick long row of smooth slabs across the outer top half of this smooth brick row. On the inside of the top brick of the tall entrance columns, place a stairpiece upside down, facing one another. Below that, place another stairpiece right side up. Connect the protruding part of these stairpieces with a single smooth slab. It'll create a rectangular section at the top, just like so. Now fill in all the space below it, between the columns, with Cyan glass blocks. To the right of your new taller entrance, add 6 9-brick long rows of Cyan glass blocks atop one another. Then, vertically, 6 6-brick long rows of Cyan glass blocks like this. Head back up to the upper portion of your entrance columns. From the lower 3 smooth quartz bricks, build out a horizontal row of Cyan glass blocks, 8 bricks long. Atop that, 2 more rows of Cyan blocks. Top that with a row of black glass blocks. Do the exact same on the right. Then, vertically, add 3 rows of Cyan blocks, 5 bricks long, topped by 1 5-brick long row of black glass blocks. Now we have to build up the next horizontal section between our new walls and the gray concrete. All you have to do is add 6 rows of Cyan blocks atop the lower black row, each of them 9 bricks long, and 3 more Cyan rows on top of that, 10 bricks long. Then cap it off with 1 row of black glass blocks, 10 bricks long, like this. Now before we wrap our glass around, let's build up the other entrance. Equip your pillar quartz block and head over to the middle column of the side entrance. Then build it up by an additional 10 bricks. Take your smooth quartz block and diagonally outward from the center column, both left and right atop the upturned stairs, build 3 5-brick tall columns. In the single space between these 2 sets of 3 columns, add another smooth block to connect them at their highest brick. Now raise the 2 outermost entrance columns by 7 bricks. On the next to highest bricks of these columns, right here, connect them with a 3-brick long row of smooth blocks. Add 1 final smooth block to the inside of the top bricks for both columns. This will be the end result. Now we still aren't ready to add the rest of our glass. Head over to the long side of the base with the alternating concrete and glass columns. Add an additional smooth quartz block to the tops of all 12 glass columns. Then, facing the columns from the inside of the building, add an upended smooth stairpiece to the top smooth block of each column facing inward. On the 2 spaces of the smooth block row of the lower wall, just before it starts alternating, add 2 4-brick tall columns of smooth blocks side by side, like this. Skip over the empty space, then add 2 more of the next available row, like so. Repeat this all the way until you reach the last glass column. There should be 12 double column couplets in total. Head back over to where the gray concrete and smooth quartz portion of your base begins. Equip your Cyan glass block and add a row of bricks until you reach the corner. Add 8 more rows for a total of 9, then add 1 black glass row on top. Face the entranceway, use your Cyan blocks to fill in this wall, from corner to corner, around the entrance, 9 rows tall, capped with a black row. It'll look like this. Now head over to the long side. First, with your Cyan glass block, make a row from the corner to the smooth quartz column couplet you made earlier. Build up the wall until it matches the column's height. Move down the wall, create a 3-brick tall column of Cyan glass atop the upended stair pieces between those column couplets. Do this until you reach the last upended stairpiece, build your column, then build up the wall to the corner to match the height all the way down. Now add 3 more rows of Cyan bricks from end to end, then make a single row of smooth quartz blocks from one end to the other. Now top that with another row of Cyan blocks, and top that with the final row of black glass blocks. Now return to the original lower left corner and repeat this process headed in the opposite direction. It will take you a fair bit of time before you finish, but once you're done, this should be the result. Now it's time to move on to part 2 of building our base. This is where things start to get complicated. We're going to head to the upper right corner of our building. Be sure to have the following in your inventory: smooth quartz block, smooth quartz slab, smooth quartz stairs, gray concrete block, light gray concrete block, cyan glass panes, black glass, and end stone brick wall. Equip your smooth quartz blocks and position yourself at the upper right corner like so. Add a single row of smooth bricks on top of the black glass, all the way down to the lower right corner. Now take the row left to the next corner, then up to the next corner where the black glass breaks left. Rather than follow the black glass, continue the smooth brick row up by an additional 6 bricks. Still oriented at the end of this new row, take your gray concrete block and add 4 bricks on top of the smooth quartz. Now place smooth quartz bricks down to the corner. Continue to the right until the next corner, then back up from that corner by an additional 6 bricks. Now re-equip your gray concrete and continue the row up to the top right corner. Now face this new row from the inside. Equip your smooth quartz stairs and create a row of them on the top of the gray concrete. Continue down until you reach the smooth quartz. Once at the smooth quartz, switch back to your gray concrete and place a row of it around the next 2 corners until you reach the end of the smooth quartz, right here. Facing the wall from the inside, switch back to smooth quartz stairs and complete the row. Then add another row of stairs atop the higher row of gray concrete. Go back down to the black glass row below the wall you just built. Facing it from the inside, place a row of stairs stopping at the space before the corner. On the corner, place a smooth quartz block, then make a row leading vertically away from the wall by 7 more bricks, like this. And on that 7th brick, break the row to the right, adding 10 more bricks. You'll see that the final brick meets at the end of the other smooth quartz row, which creates a small 6x9 square of empty space. Fill in this space with smooth quartz slabs. It'll look like this when you finished. Go ahead and return to the upper right corner, and repeat this entire process headed the other direction to build up the walls for the other side of the building. Now, head to the small roof on the right side of the building. We'll be building 2 additional rows on top of the original row behind it. Both will extend an additional 3 bricks beyond the wall made of smooth quartz and gray concrete. Note the 4 smooth bricks starting in line with the wall. Move up and to the right by 1 space. Then make another 4 brick long row of smooth blocks. The final brick should jut out by 1 brick from the previous set of 4. Do this again behind the new row. Repeat this process until the final 4 brick row is 3 spaces from the outer wall. Now build a 3 brick long row, a 2 brick long row, and then place a final brick, all of which should end 3 spaces from the outer wall. From that final brick, continue the row vertically by another 13 spaces, then place 3 right side up stair pieces and finish the row with 2 more smooth blocks. Take your smooth blocks and build it up by 1 layer, following it exactly, but without the stairs. Repeat this entire process on the other side of the building. Return to the wall behind the small roof on the right side. Starting on the left, place a row of 11 smooth bricks. Find the 3rd brick from the right edge and make a new row of 4 behind it. Then repeat this process until the final 4 brick row is 3 spaces from the outer wall. Make a 3, a 2, and the final smooth block, just like before. Now continue the row in a straight line for an additional 10 spaces, skip over the empty space, and place 2 more. Do so on the opposite side of the building. By now, a pattern should be emerging. Head back to the wall behind the small roof on the right side. Starting on the left, make another row of 8 smooth quartz bricks. Place your diagonal rows until you're flush with the opposite side, like this. Continue the row along the far side vertically until you get to the empty space. Equip your stairs and continue the row by placing 3 upended smooth stair pieces facing inside, then 2 more smooth blocks. Repeat for the other side of the building. Return to the wall on the right side. Build a new row of smooth bricks, 5 bricks long, and repeat the whole process, being careful to keep everything uniform, all the way to the upper right corner. Then do it again for the other side. One more time, head back to the wall on the right side, make a new row on the top left only 2 bricks long. But before continuing with your diagonal rows, position yourself to the left side of the wall. Starting at the top, add a single vertical line of smooth bricks to the wall's edge. Add a small row of 2 bricks to the bottom left. It should look like this. Now resume your diagonal row along the top until you reach the far side. Once there, continue the row to the corner and repeat for the opposite side of the building. Still using your smooth quartz bricks, connect the innermost bricks of both small roof walls with a right-angled row of bricks, like so. This will essentially mark the line of our tower. Now, fill in the space between the topmost diagonal sections from the right angle you just made to the corner in the upper right. You'll notice a lot of empty space between the outer wall and our tiered diagonal structure. Align yourself with the top right corner of the outer wall. Lower yourself so you're facing the layer of smooth quartz. Fill in all the empty space on both sides of the building between the tiered diagonal structure and the outer wall. Now equip your light gray concrete and add another layer directly on top of it. The end result should look like this from above and like this from below. Now let's add a few structures to the light gray roof. Align yourself with the stairpiece up against the diagonal smooth block row. Move right by 5 spaces. On the 5th space, start a 4 brick long horizontal row of smooth quartz blocks. Now go to the lower rightmost light gray block on the roof. Move vertically to the edge of the elevated part of the wall. Move inward by 1 space and build a 4 brick long, 2 brick tall vertical row of smooth bricks. Move up 5 spaces and on the 5th make another. Skip 1 space and make another. Skip a space, make another. Skip a space and make 1 more. Do the exact same on the opposite side of the building. Let's quickly add some more glass to our tower. On top of the remaining exposed black glass, add a row of Cyan glass blocks on top of it. Then add 2 more, both of which will end at the walls on either side of your building. Now equip your black glass blocks. On the 3 available corners of your tower, place a 2 brick tall column on top of the Cyan glass, like this. On either side of those, stack 2 4 brick long rows of Cyan glass blocks. Then another 2 brick tall column of black glass. Then a 2 brick tall column of Cyan glass, like this. Use your black glass blocks to fill in the empty space. Starting at either of the 2 walls on the diagonal structure, equip your Cyan glass and move up diagonally inward by 1 space from the previous glass row. Create a new row all the way around the building to the opposite wall, then add another row on top. The next 4 rows will each extend past the walls by 4 spaces onto the top of the diagonal roof structure, like so. Once those are built, add 3 more rows of Cyan glass on top, each of which wrapping fully around to make the shape of the tower, like so. It's time to build the elaborate glass roof structure. Equip your smooth quartz blocks and head to the top right corner of your roof structure. Move down and left by 1 and build a 3 brick tall column. On top of this, place a smooth quartz slab, then make a 3 by 3 right-angled row of slabs attached to it. Now, right below this, on the top half of the top smooth brick of the column, build out to the left by 3 slabs, adding 2 above the left 2 slabs. Do the same thing moving downward from the column, adding 2 more on the right. Fill the empty space between these rows with a 3 by 3 right-angled row, then add a single slab between the arms. It'll look like this. Take your Cyan glass block and place 2 bricks in the 2 empty spaces on the lower portion of the rows you just made. Now place 3 more and 2 more. It'll look like 2 squares sharing a corner. Head down under the glass and on the upper right edge where it meets your other slabs, place 3 more slabs on the glass. Reorient yourself with the column on the upper right corner of the structure. Skip over 4 empty spaces to the left and make 2 smooth block columns, each 2 bricks tall. Move over 1, down 1, and make 2 more columns side by side perpendicular to the other. Do the same moving downward from the original column. This will be the result. On top of the columns closer to the original column, place a smooth slab on top. Add a couple more on either side to create a 2 by 3 rectangle on top of either. Take your slabs and create a row that wraps around the glass blocks and connects these two new rectangles. Then fill it out to make a right angle. Create another right angle row against this edge, leaving 2 empty spaces from the ends of the rows you made before. Repeat this pattern again, but replace the slab at the right angle with the Cyan glass block. It'll look like this. Now take your Cyan glass and add a 2 brick tall column right beside the column couplets furthest from the top right corner. Move down and left by 1 space and make another 2 brick tall Cyan glass column capped with a smooth slab. In the space between the tops of the glass blocks, below the slabs, add a row of 3 slabs. Add another slab in the space between the 2 smooth column couplets, then move up diagonally again and place another. Equip the Cyan glass and add another 2 brick tall column diagonally from the others, top it with a smooth quartz block. Add another smooth block vertically from it toward the upper right corner. Now directly below that glass column, make a 3 brick tall Cyan glass column, then add another slab either down or to the left. Move once, down and to the left. Make another 3 brick tall glass column, top it with a smooth slab, and add 2 more either down or to the left. Move diagonally down by 1 space and make a couplet of glass columns, both 3 blocks high. Top both with a smooth slab and add another slab going in the same direction. Move diagonally down by 1 space, make another 3 brick tall glass column and top it with a slab, adding another slab facing away from the top right corner. Move diagonally to the left from your last column and make another 3 brick tall glass column. As before, top it with a slab and add another. Move diagonally left again and make another couplet of 3 brick tall glass columns, only with the second column moving inward rather than outward. Add a couple of slabs on top of both, like this. Move diagonally left again, build another 3 brick tall glass column with 2 slabs on top. Move diagonally again, build another column exactly the same, but only add a single slab on top. On the right side, move 1 space to the left of the glass column and add a 2 brick tall glass column with a smooth quartz block on top. On the left side of the structure, move down by 1 space from the previous column and do the same. On the inside space of the smooth quartz block, add another. Diagonal left from that column, add another 2 brick tall glass column. Place a slab on top of it. Move diagonally down and left again, make 1 last glass column, 2 bricks tall, placing a slab on top. Then another 3 slabs above it, and to the right on the left side. On the single space between these new rows, add a glass block. Diagonally down and left from this block, place another slab between the others, then 1 more to the left and another below this slab. There should be 3 diagonal spaces on the edge of these slabs. In each of them, place a 2 brick tall column of smooth quartz blocks. On the right side of the building, to the left of the last glass block, make a 4 brick tall column of smooth blocks. 1 space below that, make another. Diagonally down and left from that, make another. Then another diagonally down and left from that. You should now be right up against the glass of your tower. On the left side, 1 space below the last glass column, make a 4 brick tall smooth block column. Add another 1 space to the left of this. Diagonally down and to the left of this, add another and do so again. Underneath the glass, this section hanging over the roof structure, line the glass blocks with smooth slabs. In all the empty space between these slabs, the glass tower and smooth blocks, place smooth quartz blocks to close the roof. You'll notice a single smooth brick hanging from the ceiling. Break this and make a right angle row of upended stair pieces between the inside top bricks of the column couplets, like this. Now replace the row of smooth bricks above them with another right angled row of upended stairs. Now head back outside and equip your Cyan glass blocks. On the glass block connected to the upper right slab roof structure, place a glass block on each of the open sides, then a single block between them, then 2 more on the open sides, then 1 between them. Keep doing this until you've built a diagonal path of glass blocks all the way across the roof structure, meeting with the single glass block at the other end. On either end of the glass diagonal piece, in the spaces between the 2 glass blocks and the smooth blocks to the right or to the left, place a slab. Now fill in all the empty space by building out the slabs on top of the glass columns, stopping so the glass portion of the roof remains exposed. Finally, take your Cyan glass panes and close off the open space between the upper right smooth block column and the columns 4 spaces away. Now the roof structure is done. The end result should look like this. Now head over to your tower. Make a row of smooth slabs inside the top of the glass walls. We'll build the next section of glass on top of these slabs. Place a 2-brick tall column of black glass at each corner. To the right and left of these columns, make a 2x2 square of Cyan glass. On the outside of these, another 2-brick tall piece of black glass. Then a 2-brick tall piece of Cyan glass. Fill in the remaining space with black glass, like this. Atop this section, add 7 more rows of Cyan glass. Then add a row of smooth quartz blocks on top of that. Then add a row of stair pieces all the way around, facing outward. Place 2 rows of concrete at the same level. At the corners, rather than concrete, place 2 pieces of endstone brick wall. Head to the middle blocks of the concrete rows. Make a 2-brick tall by 3-brick long rectangle of glass right on the middle. On the top and bottom of this glass, place another glass block with a smooth slab on top and then on bottom. Place smooth quartz stair pieces on the right and left of this block, right side up on the top and upside down on the bottom, like this. Do this on all 4 sides of the tower. With that done, let's head inside and get our interior done. In order to illuminate our building and create that cross-hatched skyscraper look from the outside, we're going to need to make the columns inside that stretch up the entirety of the building, right up against the glass, as well as thin floors made of smooth slabs. Head inside your structure to the floor at the bottom left corner. In your inventory, have the following: pillar quartz blocks, smooth quartz blocks, smooth quartz stairs, smooth quartz slabs, torches, and end rods. Equip your pillar blocks. Place a single brick in the bottom leftmost corner. Above it and to the right, skip over 2 empty spaces and place another pillar block, then do so again. Repeat this process for the other 2 corners of the tower. On all of these blocks but the 2 innermost, these 2, create columns by adding an additional 7 pillar blocks on top, then capping them with a smooth quartz block. Notice that this puts them right below the next glass section of the tower. Raise the 2 inner pillar blocks until they reach the ceiling. Now we have to place blocks where a corner of the tower would be. Go to the second pillar block above the right corner of the tower. Count up 4 spaces, leaving 3 empty, and place another pillar block. Count up by 4 more and place another, leaving 3 more empty spaces. Then count up by 6 spaces and place another, leaving 5 empty between them. Move left by 6, place a pillar block. Move left by 4, placing 1 final block. Raise each of these pillar blocks by an additional 11 pieces, capping the corner piece off with a smooth quartz block, the 2 beside it with a smooth stair piece, and the 2 outside of that with a smooth quartz block. Place more smooth blocks from the tops of these columns to connect them with the column at the glass corner. Add a smooth quartz brick to the left and bottom sides of the top brick of the corner column, and 1 between those to make a square. Place a row of stairs around the left and bottom sides of this square, and then continue the row until it reaches the stair pieces on the closest columns. Place 1 more stair piece on the other side of the column, between it and the smooth quartz wall you built earlier. On the other side of the wall, between it and the next column, place a smooth quartz brick, then wrap the row of stairs around the wall, stopping there. On the other side of this floating row of stairs, place another row of stairs, upside down, from the pillar column against the glass corner across the other columns to the pillar against the glass on the opposite side of the building. Between the topmost visible bricks of these columns, add rows of smooth quartz slabs. These will become one of our floors in just a bit. Now, from the bottom of each corner column, count in diagonally by 6 spaces on the floor. On the 6th space, place a new brick. This should create a square of 4 bricks, each 7 bricks apart. Raise the top right brick by 10 bricks and top it off with a smooth quartz block. Raise the other 3 bricks by 36 pieces, capping them off with a smooth quartz block as well. Now head to either of the side entrances. To the right and left of this center column, in the corners, build a pillar brick column from the floor to the ceiling. Move to the inner corner, count up by 4 spaces, and build another pillar column floor to ceiling. Move further inward against the glass by 4 more spaces and make another column. Move 3 spaces further and make another column. Between the tops of these columns, place upended stair pieces. From the outer corner against the long wall, count out by 5 spaces. On the 5th space, make a pillar column floor to ceiling. Now, count out 6 spaces. On the 6th space, make another column. Keep making columns every 6 spaces until you reach the top right corner, or 5 more columns. Do this for both sides of the building. Once the outer columns are complete, connect the tops with upended stair pieces all the way around. From the center entrance column, count out by 5 spaces. On the 5th space, make a pillar column floor to ceiling. Count out another 6 spaces. On the 6th space, make a column floor to ceiling. For the 3rd column, count out 6 spaces and stack up 12 pillar blocks with a smooth quartz block on top. Do this 2 more times, each of the columns with 5 empty spaces between them. For the final column in this row, make the column floor to ceiling. Line up with the 2nd column out from the middle entrance column. Now move 6 spaces either to the left or down, depending on which side of the building you're on. Make a pillar column floor to ceiling. So count inward by 6 spaces from each of the columns you made before, and on that 6th space, make a column. If there's a ceiling above it, take the column up to the ceiling. If the column is below the diagonal roof structure we made earlier, stack 12 pillar bricks and top it with a smooth quartz brick. The inside of your building should look like this, a kind of Mines of Moria vibe. Count 6 spaces further into the building and make a 12 pillar column, topped with a smooth quartz block. Now equip your smooth quartz slabs. Starting at the top right corner in the space below the smooth quartz roof, pillar column, and 2 stair pieces, place a slab. From that slab, create an enormous, wide ceiling. This ceiling will span from the outer walls across the tops of all the columns, close off the open area created by the roof structure, and end at the stair outline that represents the inside corner of our tower. Again, this will not enter into the tower. It'll take some time to complete, but it'll look like this once you're done. Now, still using your slabs, count up from the floor along the walls by 3 spaces. On the top half of the top space, create a horizontal row of slabs. Do this all along the walls, glass or non. Count up 3 more spaces from this and repeat the process. Then again. After your 3rd row is done, every additional floor we build will only be inside the tower. So head back into your tower and extend that 3rd row of slabs by another row, but only along the glass walls, stopping at the column at the corners. In the lower left, upper left, and lower right corners of the tower, make a pillar column 8 bricks tall, capped with a smooth quartz brick. Skip 1 space on either side and make 2 more columns, exactly the same way. In the lower left corner, add another 2 of these columns, 3 spaces out, leaving 2 spaces between them and the previous one, like so. Do this for the upper left and lower right corners, but only on the side facing the lower left corner, not the upper right corner, like this. Now count up 3 spaces and add a row of slabs all the way around to represent the next floor, even on the upper right corner, where the slabs will add to the slabs we placed on the stair pieces. From the rightmost column in the upper left corner, move 3 spaces to the right and make a pillar column 5 blocks tall with a smooth quartz cap. Then move to the right 4 more spaces and make another. Head over to the lower right corner and do the same headed upwards. It should be symmetrical when looking at the upper right corner, like this. Go back to the row of slabs in the lower left corner, count up by 3, and make another row along the left and bottom sides of the tower, like this. From the upper left corner, start a row of slabs, but stop on the center piece of glass. Do the same, working away from the lower right corner. Now add your row of slabs all the way across the left and bottom sides. On the upper side and the right side, stop at the top of the pillar column closest to the smooth quartz wall from earlier. In the single space between the top of the pillar column and the wall, right below the glass, place an upended stairpiece facing the pillar column. Then place another on the side of the smooth quartz brick facing into the building. From that upended stairpiece, place a row of 4 smooth slabs. On top of the upended stair brick, place a stair brick right side up against the wall. Then create a row of stairs across the row of slabs you just made, but keep going until they connect at a point, like this. Beneath the stair brick that makes that point, make a column of 6 pillar blocks. On all 4 sides of the topmost pillar block, place an upended smooth quartz stair piece. On the bottom pillar block, wrap a band of stair pieces right side up all the way around. Behind the right-angled row of stairs you made up top, make a row of upended stair pieces. Keep them going until they reach the smooth quartz blocks further along the walls. On top of this upended row, between the walls, make a regular row of stairs. Now fill in the empty space between this row and the entrance to your roof structure with smooth quartz blocks. Go back to the last row of slabs you made. We need to build it out by 1 space, so use your slabs to do just that, this time going all the way around the tower, the base of your new stairs included. In the upper left, and lower right corners, make an 8-block tall pillar column capped with a smooth quartz block. 4 spaces in either direction, make another. On the upper side and the right side of the tower, move an additional 4 spaces toward the upper right corner and make another pillar column, like this. Move another 4 spaces toward the upper right corner, up the stairs, and make a 6-brick tall pillar column with a smooth quartz block on top. These new columns will flank the entrance to the glass portion of the roof structure. Head back down and use your slabs to mark another floor, 3 spaces up from the one below, but stop once you reach the pillar columns before you reach the stairs. Move 3 spaces and wrap a row of slabs all the way around. Add a 4x4 slab square in the upper right corner. On the inside corner of this square, make a pillar column 13 bricks tall with a single smooth quartz block on top. Now head back down. Build the last slab row out with another row of slabs. In every corner, make a pillar column 10 blocks high with a smooth quartz block on top. 3 spaces out on either side of these columns, make another column the same way. On the top and right sides of the building, add another pillar column in the very middle, like this. Move up 3 spaces from the bottom of these columns and make a row of slabs all the way around. Move up another 3 and do it again. Now move up 4 spaces and make a row of upended stairs all the way around the top bricks. On top of the stairs, place a row of smooth quartz blocks. Now that we know where our floors are going to be, let's light this building up. Grab your torches and place them on as many columns as you can, 2 spaces up from the floor, or eye level with the player when standing on the floor. On freestanding columns, I place a torch on every side. On columns against walls, I tend to place a torch only on the side facing away from said wall, and not on the sides. However, you can light your building up in any way you choose. Before we get started building floors and stairwells, let's focus on the cavernous room inside of our roof structure. Go to the upper right corner. Below the stairs that lead outside, make a 4x4 square of smooth quartz blocks. Along the edge of this square, make a row of stairs. Then carry that row along the bottom of the wall until you reach the column of smooth quartz brick. On the opposite walls, add a trim of stairs along the bottom from the smooth quartz columns to the entrance into the tower. In the tiered corners of the room, add a few torches to lighten them up. Now look up at the ceiling, at the diagonal line of smooth quartz blocks. Every 3 smooth blocks add a pillar on the space right behind it. It should result in 5 columns on either side. Illuminate the top brick with a torch on all sides, like this. Head over to the new stairs we just built. At the lower left corner, use your slabs to make a 2x2 square diagonally away from it. Skip a space diagonally, then make another. Do this 3 more times like so. Then do the same on the ceiling, directly over the squares on the floor. On the ceiling, however, add another over the stairs leading outside and 2 more over the stairs leading into the tower. In all the empty spaces between the squares on the ceiling, add an end rod. Now head upstairs to the glass hallway on top of the roof structure. Place some torches on the smooth quartz at the entrance from the tower. Place some end rods on the higher portion of the ceiling at even intervals as you walk down the hallway toward the outside. Once you reach the end, looking out over the balcony, place some torches on the smooth quartz pillars. Our roof structure is now completely finished. Keep your slabs and your stairs handy. Now we're making the floors themselves. There are 5 staircases to begin. In the tower, we'll start in the lower right corner and the upper left. In the shorter L-shaped building that wraps around the base of our tower, we'll build a staircase in the upper right corner, and then ones to the immediate right and left of our entrances. Here's what that will look like. Once the first staircase is made, use your slabs to fill in the floor. You'll notice a large empty area, a square made of columns. We'll be leaving this empty all the way up, building our floor around it. Build your 3rd floor and your 4th floor. On the slabs surrounding the empty spaces, place rows of Cyan glass panes between the columns. Every floor from here on out will be in the tower. The next floor should be complete, no empty space, as this floor stands as the entrance into the roof structure. On the floor above that, where the row of slabs ends on either side, build it out into the building from that point to create a balcony overlooking the entrance. And then place a row of glass panes along the edge, just like this. The next floor up will be complete, no gaps. We'll also end our 2 original staircases and start a single new one in the lower left corner to save room. Build out from where the row of slabs ends along the wall to create a balcony overlooking the stairs, placing a row of glass panes along the edge. Keep building complete floors with no gaps until you reach the top floor. End your corner staircase here. Our stairs from here on out will alternate sides in a spiral up the entirety of the tower once it's built. Build a large staircase 5 blocks high and build the next floor with slabs off the upended stair pieces against the walls. And on top of this floor, smooth quartz blocks all the way across. And with that, our base, and the most difficult, time-consuming part of the build, is complete. Now, we move on to the tower. This part of the build is incredibly simple. It's just basic repetitions. In your inventory, have the following: Cyan glass blocks, smooth quartz blocks, smooth quartz slabs, smooth quartz stairs, pillar quartz blocks, and torches. Equip your glass blocks and head to the top of your base. Find the corner quartz block next to the stairpiece. Move to the right of it and make a row of 13 Cyan blocks, stopping just before the next corner. Skip over that corner piece and make another 13 brick row headed to the next corner. Do this on all 4 sides, keeping your corners clear. Now add another row on top of that. On top of that, build a 15 brick long row that forms a perfect square around the top. Place another Cyan block at the corner, then another block on either side along the rows. Now place 5 more Cyan blocks atop the corner, capping it with a smooth slab. On the top glass piece, place a smooth quartz block on the sides facing away from the building. Do this for every corner. On the inside face of the block, make a row of 6 Cyan glass blocks. Place another smooth quartz block, then 6 more Cyan glass blocks. Along the top of these 2 Cyan rows, place smooth slabs, but not over the smooth quartz, like this. On the underside of these Cyan rows, make a 13 brick long Cyan row across everything but the outer 2 smooth blocks. Add 3 more of these below it. Then an 11 brick long row so that the chevron shapes at either end are visible. Repeat for all 4 sides. Now along the inside of the topmost glass rows, place a row of slabs so we have a base upon which we can build the next glass segment. And that's it. It's that simple. Continue this entire process 7 more times until the shell of your tower is finished. Once you've finished, and hopefully gotten up to take a break, equip your smooth quartz slabs and count 3 spaces up from the floor, just like earlier, and make a row all the way across, right up against the glass. The next row up will meet with a glass block at the corners. You'll also need to build this one out by an additional row. The 3rd floor up already has a row of slabs right under the glass of the next section, so simply take your slabs and make another row out from that. Repeat this pattern all the way up your tower until you get to the very top. Our goal is for all of these rows to be flush with one another when looking down into the building. Drop down again, position yourself in line with the corners of the rows we just made, and build up 4 pillar quartz brick columns. Take them all the way up to the very top of your tower. Make sure that the top piece, the piece flush with your ceiling, is a smooth quartz block. Now drop down again and make 4 more columns, exactly the same way, but in the center space between the columns. Equip your torches and place torches wherever you'd like. I'm placing them on every side of every pillar, 2 spaces up from the floor, every floor, all the way up to the top. Once done, start building your floors and staircases. Build them out with slabs, making sure to leave enough room to travel up and down your stairs. Do this all the way up until the top floor. On the top floor, it's best to make a thinner staircase, 1 block thick, closer to the center of the building. Mine is a single brick thick, with its center in line with the middle column, 3 spaces away from it. Once that's built, use your slabs to make the next floor. Now with this enormous part done, it's time to build the spire. Taipei 101 has a uniquely shaped spire complex. Unlike previous builds, we're going to have actual traversable floors within it, so have the following in your inventory: gray concrete, smooth quartz blocks, smooth quartz slabs, smooth quartz stairs, pillar quartz blocks, Cyan glass blocks, Cyan glass panes, black glass blocks, and torches. Head to the top of your building. In the center, right up against the edges, place a 5 brick long row of concrete blocks. Then move in by 1 space and add a 3 brick long row on either side. Here's the result. Replace the gray concrete in your inventory with end stone bricks. In the 4 corners of the concrete ring, create a 4x4, 3 block tall, right-angled wall of Cyan glass blocks. Move in by 1 space and connect the walls with centered 5 brick long, 3 brick tall Cyan glass walls, like so. On those new walls, break the lower 2 middle glass blocks. This will be your way in and out onto the balcony. Equip your pillar quartz bricks and count diagonally inward by 2 spaces from the inside corners of the glass. On these spaces, make 4 3-brick tall pillar columns and top them off with 2 smooth quartz blocks. Facing the lower quartz block of these columns from the inside, connect them with rows of upended stair pieces. On the 2 sides of this brick facing outside, place 2 more smooth quartz bricks, then another in the space between them to make a square. Do this on all 4 corners. Re-equip your stairs and face the edge of these bricks. Now make a row of upended stair pieces that wraps all the way around. It'll look like this. Go to the middle brick of every 3-brick long gray concrete row and place a stair piece right against the glass. The corner of the glass should still be visible. Head inside and place torches around the pillars, 2 up from the floor, eye level with the player. In the very center, build up a pillar column 13 bricks tall, capped with a smooth quartz block. We'll be wrapping a sloppy but effective spiral staircase around this column. You'll notice 4 smooth quartz blocks jutting out from the roof. Equip your Cyan glass panes and make 5 space-long rows between them. Add 1 extra pane on the inside corner of every smooth block, like this. On the top of that single pane, stack 3 Cyan glass blocks. Then place a glass pane on the outside edges of each of those blocks. Once you've done this for each corner, go ahead and fill in the space between them with glass panes. Add 2 more complete, perfectly square rows of glass panes on top of this. On each glass pane corner, carefully add 2 more glass panes on top of one another. Fill in the empty space between each corner with Cyan glass blocks. On top of that, add a complete square row of Cyan blocks and atop that, a row of smooth quartz bricks. Replace the center smooth quartz block on every side with a single black glass block. Re-equip your Cyan panes and add 3 complete rows on top of the smooth quartz row. Then add a single row of smooth slabs on top of that. In your inventory, replace the black glass block with end stone brick walls. Replace the smooth quartz block with end rods. Now drop down back inside your building and situate yourself near the center column. Look up at the inverted stairs. Now add a row of slabs around it. You should now have a 3x3 opening in the ceiling above. Move up by 2 spaces. On the lower half of that second space, make a row against the glass panes. Move up 1 space. On the top half of that space, make another row. 2 spaces, bottom half, another row. 1 space, top half, another row. 2 spaces, top half, another row. Now add a row of slabs to the smooth brick row so there's a 3x3 square opening. Let's go ahead and build this spiral staircase. Stand to the left or right of the center column, whichever side is opposite the stairs that led to the top from the tower. Place your first stair piece diagonally out and place an inverted stair piece behind it, another piece on top of that, and an inverted piece behind that. Now move perpendicularly and place a stair piece right side up. Place an inverted piece behind that, move to the next side, right side up, inverted behind it. Keep moving around and around and around until you reach the very top. Once at the top, close off as much of the open floor space as you can while still being able to travel up and down the stairs. Go back down your staircase and place torches on the free spaces along the column, evenly spaced. Once done, replace the torches in your inventory with beacons. Now look at the top of your building from the outside. Equip your stair pieces and create a row of them on the inside of the slab ceiling, like this. On the inside of that floor, place an M rod on the ceiling at every corner. Fly back outside your building and equip your slabs. Behind the stairs, place a 3x3 row of slabs. On the corners of this row, place pillar quartz blocks. Between the pillar blocks, place Cyan glass blocks. In the middle of these blocks, place a beacon. Place a pillar block vertically on each of those blocks surrounding the beacon, and a block of your choosing in the middle. Equip your stairs and make a row of them around the top of the pillars. In the middle, place 2 pillar blocks vertically. On the lower half of the second pillar block, make a row of slabs that wraps around the column. On top of that pillar block, place 8 more. Now equip your end stone bricks and place 6 atop the pillar column, and on top of those, place a single end stone brick wall piece. To finish Taipei 101, adding one of the world's most unique skyscrapers to your Minecraft world, place a single end rod atop the end stone brick wall. Alright everyone, there you have it, Taipei 101. This is certainly the most elaborate build I've done a tutorial for, so far at least, but there's plenty more on the horizon. Be sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe for more content like this, and ring the bell to get notifications whenever I'm up to something. You can follow my day-to-day on Twitter at Murphy_BBG or at Black_Beanie. Find me on Instagram at MurphyBBG093. I occasionally live stream on Twitch and Mixer. My username for both is MurphyBBG, and keep your eyes peeled for more tutorials and gameplays from yours truly. Have a good one, guys. Until next time.